The man never imagined that his wedding would become the beginning of a nightmare. His wife sought revenge for his betrayal with her death. It wasn't until he saw his wife's messages that he realized his secret lover was reporting every detail of their affair to his wife daily. The man was filled with hatred. He became furious at the very existence of his lover. Then, his wife's friend brought the diagnosis report. He was utterly shocked. It turned out his wife had been suffering from depression for a long time. What stunned him even more was that every time he went out to see his lover, his wife already knew. She had silently endured it all without ever confronting him. He slapped his own face, finally realizing how terribly wrong he was. But he never realized that his wife had given him more than one chance, yet he never cherished it. He thought he could hide his betrayal, but didn't expect his lover to taunt his wife more than once. Each insult pushed her closer to her breaking point, until the woman couldn't take it anymore. His betrayal and the endless provocations. She finally understood. Their 10-year relationship had already come to an end. In order to get back at her husband, she walked into the academy without any hesitation, and signed the agreement for the human hibernation pod, which meant 7 days later, her identity would be erased. She would become a volunteer, falling into an endless sleep. Her existence would vanish from the world. She thought everything would end here. She would no longer be haunted by her husband's betrayal. However, the lover continued to harass her endlessly, sending messages like reporting battle victories, boasting about the results of their affair. The woman felt nauseous at this moment, but still didn't show any weakness in front of her husband. The man naively thought he had covered everything perfectly, not realizing the hickeys on his neck had already betrayed everything. Noticing the woman's unusual coldness toward him, the man decided to take her somewhere to make up for it. He took her to mansion number 1, known as the Little White House. This was the wedding venue of countless people's dreams, but this place was never open to the public. He gave up 20% of his company's shares, just to get 3 days of use rights. He planned to give her a grand wedding there. Everyone praised him as a good husband. Even the woman was nearly moved by his deep affection. However, at that moment, his little lover showed up uninvited. She didn't shy away from fighting the woman for the venue's rights. The man quickly lied and said he had something to do, and left for a while. The lover immediately sent a message to the woman. When the woman arrived at the underground parking garage, she saw the two of them in an intimate pose. She couldn't suppress the pain in her heart. She remembered how humbly he once pursued her. Back then, he was so gentle, full of affection. The world thought he was a good husband, but little did they know, he had already betrayed her first. Sure enough, when the man came up from the garage, as the lover had said, the venue had already been taken by her. The woman seemed to have anticipated all of this. When she got home, she burned all the memories of the two of them. Without mercy, she decided to leave this world for good, silently saying goodbye to everything.